Everybody, clearing. Okay, so I heard this is going to be a deep one, and grab a pen and paper if you want to take notes because it's going to be juicy. So we're going to do a chakra spine of fire reading for the counterparts, but through the lens of the intimacy on all the chakra levels. So erotic tarot, spine of fire kind of reading, and then I'm going to do how this is playing out for the feminines and the masculines. I'm gonna shuffle while I do this. What the masculines and feminines are feeling, experiencing in the 3D, some energetic tips, possibly advice, possibly just how it's playing out in the energetic realms, and then what each would say to the other regarding what we're getting there and where things are going. And then we'll just see if anything else pops to awareness towards the end of the reading to see if there's anything else needed at the end. So thank you, Divine Creator. What can we see for the masculines and feminines in the twin collective that joins me here? What can we see for all of the chakra levels as it relates to the merge of intimacy, how the connections are coming together, what that looks like on all of the different levels of consciousness, the 7 chakra levels, what each would say to the other about what they're experiencing, about what's going on for them in their reality at this time. Okay, so crown chakra. Do we want to do a little bit of anything before? No. Okay, crown chakra. Oh, the sun. So that's beautiful. That's enlightenment. That is full awareness of the connections on the conscious mind. So he knows, she knows, they know. There's an acknowledgement that the other one knows that the other one knows that this connection is something different. The sun, a bold new creature reveals itself, a body that is free, natural, and good. Okay, so there's a lot of body reclamation. It could be sexual reclamation. It could be self-confidence, some newfound glory that the twins are in with regard to the purity, the sacredness of their physical vessel. There is a bold new creature being revealed, a body that is free, natural, and good. So whatever the twins have held themselves back from self-identifying as, connecting as, showing the world their ideal, that's what we are going to be emulating. Ooh, I am being asked to say this. So reverse aging. If your ideal is younger than your current age, you can say the I am meditations and reverse age. For some, laugh lines and gray hair and beautiful older bodies is the ideal. We are now going to be manifesting any form or shape that we deem as the ideal in these new ascended templates. Our bodies, our outward appearance is going to radiate that which we are within. And it seems counterintuitive, it seems really far out there. However, as we become authentically us, these holographic projections, our bodies, are going to look like how we feel within as we become more conscious. So in the ascended timelines, we are showing the world our most authentic expression of self. Everyone benefits from a little sunshine. Here we get loving attention, a boost of confidence, and unearned reward. Beauty radiates out from the sun to us and beyond. So we are channeling that sun energy. I'm getting the Garden of Eden analogy where Adam and Eve are free from self-consciousness, and then they become naked, and we're returning to the garden in our confidence again, to be who we really are and to show the world the ideal version of us without letting low self-esteem deter us from expressing in the ways that we want to, boldly, openly, for community to see, all of that. So yes, this is really beautiful. On the crown chakra, we're starting to get the divine downloads that what we hold as physically ideal for us, we're allowed to express that way now. So that can be clothing style, that can be physical appearance, it can be hairdos, it can be anything that you've been reluctant to show the world what you really, really like. That's coming to the forefront. So I'm also getting that for the counterparts, when they communicate further or come back into connection, there's going to be some remarkable difference where there's a more authentic show of who they each are. Okay, so how are the masculines experiencing this? Judgment. They're seeing the light. They're seeing that they are curating themselves in their own personal preference, and they're starting to see how others, I'm hearing they're stepping out of their lack of confidence, and they're starting to see others as possibly doing the best they can or not ultra confident. You know, when we have low self-esteem, sometimes we think that we're the only self-conscious one. The masculines are starting to look around and see where others are at on that confidence journey, where others are expressing or are inhibited in their expression. And so their eyes are being opened to how healed, how fully embodied, how whole those around them are through how they express themselves. And I'm hearing specifically, they've seen how you, Divine Feminine, have been an authentic representation of who and what you are through the ways that you curate your aesthetic, your appearance. What is the energetic card for the masculines? Allowance. Allowance invites us to be open to whatever comes our way without judgment. So we get the judgment card here. So no longer is it a fearful thing to see how people are expressing. They don't want, the conformity templates have fallen, so they don't feel like they have to be the same as anybody that they're seeing, their friends, their family, even you, Divine Feminine. They are allowing themselves to be an individual without judgment, without opinion, without fear, without resistance. When we allow, the universe becomes our partner in the wondrous dance of existence and expansion. So to each their own. Masculines understand that you don't have to be a cookie cutter copy of who you're with. You can be bold and fierce. You can be unique. You can be individuals. You can be the fullest representation of yourself. It's more important that people are authentic than that they are the same. So that uniqueness is coming in, which is beautiful. What would they say to you about this? I worry about us a lot in the reverse. So they may have worried that your appearance was somehow too different. Different religions, different ethnicities, different ages, different styles, different preferences. All of that is no longer a worry because they're realizing you're just you and they're just them. And somehow that works together when people are genuine. What are the feminines experiencing regarding this outward appearance? Two of Cups in the reverse. So the feminines know deep in their heart that they are two peas in a pod with their masculine, but there's some sort of a, I'm getting not knowing if the masculines, if you masculines are as into the feminines as they are into you because of things that have happened in the past. I think with that judgment card, it may have been that the masculines have been the voice of reason, squeaky wheel. They've been the ones that have pointed out or voiced the differences in these connections. So even though the feminines know energetically that the two are a match, they're not quite sure with this sun energy how the masculines feel about their outward appearance. This is all still in that preparation to come into more common knowledge in these connections. The feminines are wondering if the masculines feel them to be a physical match as their counterpart regarding community. And I'm feeling that that has to do with the judgment that has happened in the past, or the lack of clarity, or the stalls in the connection. So what are the feminines being asked to look at energetically? Lunar progressor, emotional equilibrium, compassionate non-attachment. This is like the Judgment card as well. So this is, you know, even if your masculine has been in wounding, has not been whole, has not been able to love you fiercely without judgment, that is not on your masculine. It is up to you to decide your worthiness, your balance, your assessment of it, and to just allow whatever developmental stage. Because if somebody's judgmental, they're not healed. If somebody is in that kind of fear or prejudice or insecurity, they're not healed. So feminines, this is an inside job. So it's time, and I'm hearing it's mirrored. So as the feminines understand that you are as perfect as any being could be created, it does not depend on whether your masculine has in the past thought you were same enough. That as you heal any insecurities you have about how you are received on that level, your body, your expression, that is also healing in your masculine, where they are dropping the judgment and allowing whatever the differences might be or unique tastes, that those things don't have to be exactly paired. Or in some cases I'm hearing where the masculines have held back becoming a more truer expression of themselves that would be much more suited to be an obvious visual match for you feminines. They are now dropping those inhibitions and coming out of that hiding, that they want to be more like you, that they want to be more confident, to be more expressive in the ways that you are. So where you may have felt like you were in being judged secretly, your masculine actually wanted more safety within themselves to be in your presence with community, friends and family. What would the feminines say to the masculines about this? Oh, I'm losing sleep over it. So this has caused some sleepless nights for the feminines, this not understanding why the energetic connection feels so true, and yet there were these superficial, surface level reasons, at very least not eternal reasons, for stalling the connection. So feminines, again, that emotional balance is on you to balance your own equilibrium out. Don't lose sleep. Anxiety, I'll say again, is an energy that describes being very far out of alignment. So whatever you are experiencing or thinking that is causing an anxious degree of suffering, it's not true. It's not the deepest way of looking at it. And so that is your task to balance that out in you. It is not up to anyone outside of yourself to do that for you. It can only be done within, because even if someone says, oh, don't worry about it, don't think that way, just because you're not going to tell them that you're still thinking that way doesn't mean you've stopped thinking that way. So it's an inside job, feminines. And so this is about you working on any worthiness issues, about your physical appearance, about your compatibility with your masculine, about those kinds of assessments. There's a lot of preparation here for the couples to be seen in broad daylight, in this sunshiny energy, as counterparts, and to have peace about it. Okay, what can we see for the conscious mind? Oh, sorry, in the intuitive, doing a spine of fire, the Chariot. So things moving forward. So intuition is creating forward movement here. Let's see what the Chariot, wow, 2 major arcana so far. The Chariot, it's somebody's first pride parade, rainbows abound. The feeling of triumph when you've set yourself a goal and achieved it for all to see. This is a glorious moment of exhilaration. Onlookers acknowledge and admire you. Bravery and determination have paid off, though this is only the first step in a larger journey. So this does speak of the twins showing each other the real them, getting that divine guidance, that higher crown chakra nudge. This is the intuition that knows that you have reached your goals. You've become what you've set out to be. Everybody watching this, you have become the person that you've always known yourself to be. There's some sort of intuitive knowing that you cannot fake from external sources. It has to come within, and this is one of the most intimate reflections you can have of self and other, that you have arrived. How are the masculines experiencing this? Page of Swords, they are curious now. They are open. They're in an open wonder. They're getting a different response from those around them. They're striding. They're carrying themselves differently. They're beaming. They're in their full alignment with who they've wanted to be. And so now they're meeting their reality with fresh eyes, with curious eyes. How is this energetically being seen? Oh, divine masculine. Yes, divine masculine. You've stepped into your divine masculine form. And so now you are going to be seen and taken more sincerely, and have more influence and have more clout, energetic clout, because you are truly in alignment with who you are. It is unmistakable now. You are a force. You are a mirror. You are divine. Divine masculine supports our strong, focused, active side, allowing it to express itself while helping us to bring our dreams and ideas into form with kindness and wisdom. So whatever you've done, stepping onto your true alignment, it's going to bring your ideas in with much more ease, masculines. What would they say? It's on. So it's no longer no, it's on. And I'm getting with this stop sign red that a lot of things in the masculine's lives are ending that no longer fit with this divine aspect. There's some revenge to be had here. There's a level of saying tough beans, everything that's not a fit that I used to think I needed to lower my vibe or be a chameleon to fit in with. No more, no more, all you other things, people, places, things that no longer align. It's on with my feminine, it's on with my best life, it's on with my divine self. Beautiful masculines, this is an inside job. This is you being decisive, this is you being embodied, and it's showing. What are the feminines knowing? 10 of Cups. So this intuitive knowledge is, be careful what you say yes to, because you can have anything right now, feminines. This is you knowing what makes you happy. Happiness is your priority. And so intuitively, this is moving forward. I'm being asked to go back to the message to read one more time. This is a glorious moment of exhilaration. Onlookers acknowledge and admire you. Bravery and determination have paid off, though this is only the first step in a larger journey. So you've put your happiness first. This 10 of Cups in the upright, it can be sort of airy-fairy, la la land, but this is practical, grounded. It's starting to realize this is you being acknowledged as your divine counterpart's partner. And, you know, it not being for fame, fortune, accolades. It is because you've actually aligned with your true self, which has aligned you with a counterpart that is so absolutely perfect for you that it feels like you've won the lottery. That's what I'm feeling there, feminines. And so it's not for show. What can we see energetically for the feminines? Universal attunement, repatterning, and guidance. Exactly. Any of the ownership, objectification templates where you used to think it might have been beneficial to be a trophy partner, all that's gone. You now understand with the depth of your heart that you're actually a match for this glorious masculine, your divine masculine, because you've attuned to the universal, and therefore you're being rewarded these incredible counterpart scenarios. What would the feminines say to their masculines? It feels right to me in the reverse. So there's still some getting used to it. There's still some distance between where you're at and where you will be going. It's a developmental stage. There was just a car alarm, and I'm being told that that's because there are still some intrusive energies that have to be sorted, but the feminines are feeling this energy of authentic alignment coming in more and more. What is on the throat chakra? Communication. Wow, another major arcana, death. What do we get with this one? Something ends, a transformation has begun, singleness is ending. Transformation in unity, in union is coming in. Bed death can happen in the happiest relationships. A good partnership learns how to grieve or adjust to normal changes in health, priorities, or desires, or take time alone to process and reemerge. Your relationship with loved ones remains with you and reminds you of the value of life and love. Learn to let go and start again. So no more cycles of goodbye, blocking, I don't think this is for me. Those are rites of passage that close out cycles of learning. Those are not meant to end relationships. So when you find people who can just stride with the seasons, the ebb and flow, hang on to them. These connections are showing unconditional love. They're proving they can stand the test of time and to go through the different phases without being lost. So these connections have stood the test of time, and the twins are learning to communicate through periods of shift and change and progress in not such deal breaker, final, finite terms. So communication is taking on a different motion here. There's an appreciation, but now it's the two partnering to look at the cycles and the patterns objectively instead of treating each other in callous ways. There has been enough affinity, alignment proven that the growth patterns and cycles can now be teamed up regarding, rather than people pitted at odds. How are the masculines experiencing this beautiful thing? Ooh, devil energies. The bully is here. So masculines have had some really definite, strong, finite, this is Capricorn season, so maybe even since December, mid-December, January of 2022 to 2023, the masculines have been specializing in this whole concept that energy doesn't die, it just transforms. And certain things do have to have necessary endings, but not everything that challenges us or triggers us is meant to end. And so the masculines have been sorting out the things that actually have to go and the things that are desired to stay, and how those can continue to evolve and shift and grow, and how this love has organically done that even without them having to try. 2222 I just saw. What is the energetic card for this? Consciousness. The frequency of consciousness supports our ability to focus our attention on all the multidimensional aspects that show up so that we can include them in our reality. Yeah. So the masculines have been deepening their character, their understanding, their awareness, because this connection has gone through these cycles of heating and cooling, communication, standing the test of time. It has been bringing in, weaving multidimensional consciousness all the way along, and it is filled with life, I just heard, whereas certain things that are not strong enough to weather the storms of change must be released, because we can only juggle so much, we can only handle so much, and so why not align with life and love, I just heard. Awesome. What would they say? I just wish things were different in the reverse. So they're coming to terms with the fact that it's been perfect all the way along, the way that it has been. And that all of these motions, all of the cycles, they wouldn't change it for a thing, because it's shown them so much about what is what and what is real, for real, for real. What can we see for the feminines regarding these death cycles and striding with it? Five of Cups, exactly, in the reverse. So the feminines know they don't have to grieve things for good. They can see the love in the storylines. They can look at that spin doctor kind of way and see the lessons, see the benefits, see the love that's still there, even when on the surface it looks like something is lost or over. What is the energetic card? Freedom, sensitivity, beauty, sensuality, Pleiadian Stargate. So yeah, this is really freeing for the feminines, being able to just roll with things and being sensitive enough to understand that the sensuality, the beauty isn't lost, that there are cycles that keep bringing in more increase in that level of freedom, sensitivity, beauty, and sensuality. It's interesting because I'm hearing, as certain cycles have come to an end, as certain gateways and markers are passed on the twin journey, each closure, each lesson, each cycle that is let go of, released, gives way to an increased level of freedom, sensitivity, beauty, and sensuality. If we are aware of it, other karmic relationships also provide that. But the karmic person, teacher, counterpart is usually released. On the twin journeys, we continue through unconditional love to engage with or to love that person as relevant to us. But each time we identify a cycle that needs to be closed or a lower vibrational pattern, when we release that, it brings the connection into an increase of freedom, sensitivity, beauty, and sensuality. What would the feminines say to the masculines? I will make it work. I just about read it. We will make it work. It's organic. It is about staying through thick and thin. I would say for the last 3 weeks, I've heard daily, I love you through thick and thin. I've heard the 5D connection shared with my counterpart and I, adopting that rather than being afraid that that spastastic deal breaker energy can come in and do anything at all. This is this pledge, this knowing that the love doesn't die in these cycles. As the learning completes on one cycle, it transcends and it keeps organically working and becoming more and more beautiful. What can we see on the heart chakra? Temperance, a fourth major arcana. I'm kind of in awe of that. And look at this, we have an elderly couple loving each other, drinking some wine into old age. And that sun, I just want to show you that in all of these major arcana, we've got the sun. And there's still that sun. I once heard that when you fall in love with somebody, when they fall in love with you, they fall in love with the version of you that they met when they first met you. That even into elderly age, they still think of you as that incredibly beautiful, radiant person that they met to begin with. And I do feel that here on the heart. In each other's hearts, we will always be that eternal version. We will always be that most radiant soul version of each other. How are the masculines feeling this impeccable healing on the heart space? 10 of Cups, you are their perfect 10. You are a 10. You're their perfect 10. That is beautiful. And you know it, divine feminines. You know you're masculine. You are the epitome of perfect for each other, and they are seeing you as such a compliment to them. This is also the family, the property, the, the dream. This is beautiful. So the masculines are seeing you as the only one that doesn't rock their boat, that they want there for the long haul. They want to grow old with you. They want to have it all. They want to experience life. They can't imagine you not being in their life. What is the energetic? Ooh, the throat chakra. So they're getting ready to tell you this. The blue flower of life supports our self-expression and our sense of peace and balance. Temperance is the balance, and this is our sense of ultimate peace. So on their heart, they're feeling nothing but profound love and peace and balance regarding your connection. I know you from somewhere. So they understand this is a ages old soul, soulmate connection. They know that you pick up where you leave off every single time. And so they are preparing. If you're not in communication, they are preparing to tell you how they feel in their heart of hearts. And they may not have fully told you this yet, but ever since the first time they met you, their soul recognized your soul. This is beautiful. What are the feminines feeling on the heart space for their masculine? 8 of Wands, telepathic. So the feminines are, I'm hearing, not so much concerned with if the masculines approve or how they view them, but the feminines are broadcasting this unconditional love and preference for their masculine regardless of any communication or lack thereof. Nothing can change the way that they feel, and the masculines know that it is unconditional love because it doesn't even require them to contribute or to be present or to keep in communication for the feminine to love them. And they are being shown that that is divine indeed. So feminines, if you're feeling irrational knowing that you just love your masculine and you're just beaming love. The divine is saying here that's because you're healed, and because your masculine is the epitome of your ideal. Of course you're going to beam your love there. That's what a child would do, you know. A child doesn't have the life experience or the guardedness to say I shouldn't do that and go into suffering. They just love. They're just absolutely smitten with that butterfly on the piece of grass, or a puppy, right? They don't think that the puppy could bite them. They just love that puppy. So it's kind of like this, feminines. You've come into the purity where you darn well can love in any direction you want, and that you know your masculine checks the 1,000 boxes, and that you're just allowing yourself to feel that way, to exude that, to throw that out there because it feels so good for you to do. And that's because you're healed and you know that love is about you being able to love. It's not so much about whether somebody receives that or not, but in these divine love connections, it will be received and reciprocated. Your masculine is preparing to acknowledge this. What is the energetic message for the feminines? Guanine and cystocene, commitment, connection, flexibility, resolution. Exactly. You're just going to love who you're going to love, and you'll update the memo if that changes, but you're not going to deny the truth of your heart. And this is creating patience, flexibility, and the last word here is resolution. So rest assured, feminines, if by chance you're this far into the reading and this person is not going to be your forever partner, you will have a resolution. You will have closure. You won't be left hanging. You won't suffer. You've come into too much wholeness where you love because you love. And nobody's opinion will deter you loving for the sake of loving. And so if this isn't going to be your counterpart, you're going to have peace, you're going to have closure. What would the feminines say to the masculines? This is next level stuff. In the reverse though, or inverse, the feminines know they are designing this next level stuff. The feminines are channeling this, but they are co-creating this. It's not just by chance that this is next level stuff landing in our laps. The feminines are sincerely loving through the obstacles and unhooking hate and fear and prejudice and lower vibrational assessments of reality, one thought at a time. They are designing this through each unique experience and angle. The feminines are actively grounding this next level stuff through not believing the hype of the fear and loving anyways. What is the solar plexus chakra? Oh, the devil. We got 5 major arcanas in this reading. Amazing. So we had the devil for the masculines already. Solar plexus, this is like, you know, the empowerment of every cell in our body and allowing this love to make us feel good. The devil is Capricorn energy, and so we're getting that window of time from sort of, well, February 13th, of 2022 to February 13th, 2023. That was astrological purgatory. The devil was smack dab in the middle of that with our last worst fear, or the last deeply disintegrated emotional challenges or biggest triggers. And we've been balancing that out through our empowerment. We're overcoming those devil energies. And so in these connections, there's been this tandem process by which we've overcome together because of these loves. So let's see how the masculines have been navigating this. Best friends. Look, they think of you as their absolute best friend counterpart in this, feminines. They know they could not have overcome these devil energies and become the person they are stepping into, showing the world they are, had you not been in their life. They are saying, yes, they did it on their own. Yes, the angels are all involved with the angel wings there, but you were the one through thick and thin that went through some of the things they could never put into words for anyone else, because you know them, because you've been stride for stride, because you've been intimately connected, because you've been in there together with them. What is the energetic? Soul time. The frequency of soul time asks us to allow the possibility of a new reality to emerge, one that embraces the concept that while the corporeal body is mortal, the soul is timeless, limitless, and infinite. So no matter what the physical circumstances have been this year, feminines, your masculine knows that your souls are matched, that you've been stride for stride. There's nobody that's had this soul level connection like you have. You have so many choices and options, they want to say. So they know that you could have picked anyone, and that only this level of affinity, soul level affinity, could justify why you haven't gone to those, is what I just heard. Like, your masculine knows that how extraordinary you are because they see you on the soul level. They may have even taken that for granted. They may not have even known why they thought you were so extraordinary. But masculines, it's because you see your feminine on such a soul level that you see them as unique. Yes, they could have so many choices and options, but if you have any insecurities about that, just know it's the soul that they love in you. How are the feminines experiencing this devil energy on the solar plexus? 6 of Swords. So there's empowerment, there is deep encouragement and balancing out. There is progress here. So I'm just getting any of the misconceptions you've had about your worthiness, about your lovability, about your attractiveness, about your capacity to succeed, about your money situation, about your home situation, about anything that's left you feeling disempowered. All of that is finding progress now. And that there is this sunshiny, resilient way of looking at things if you have eyes to see, feminines. What is the energetic card? Chamber of Initiation, spiritual gifts, mystery, enchantment, and secrets, 55. So there is going to be a change. If you are struggling with anything, your spiritual gifts and the mystery, there's going to be secrets coming to light. And I'm guessing that this is this connection. Your masculine is going to tell you how there is nobody that matches them like you. There is nobody that is more aligned with them than you. They cannot believe that, sight unseen, even when you're not in communication, that you are so perfectly in sync. It's like you are the same. It's like you are the same being in 2 different bodies. This is something that they are going to acknowledge, feminines. And it's under control of the Emperor in the reverse. So control issues are being released, and the organic let it unfold naturally is coming in based on this knowledge that the 2 are indivisible in many ways. There is no other human that is more closely synced than your divine counterpart. What is the sacral chakra? Oh my God. Okay, we got another major arcana. We got the Empress here. The Sun, the Chariot, the Death, the Love, or Temperance, the Devil, and the Empress in the sacral. So this is abundance. This is also fertility. This is not a coincidence that we got pregnancy card on the womb chakra. So yeah, there's fertility coming in, divine miracles, fertility coming into these counterpart situations with business projects, passion projects, life purpose, children. So many things are coming in for these couples. How are the masculines experiencing the sacral right now? Queen of Cups. They know intuitively that you both know that you're never going to find somebody more well suited for each other, and they know how much you love them. They know you've poured your heart out to them, divine feminines, and they know that. So if children apply, they know that there is no other feminine on the planet that would be more of a sacred honor to mother a child for them, because of your genius, because of your beauty, because of your intuitive understanding, because of your divinity. There really is this humble recognition that you are the most appropriate choice for a mother for their children. That is, it's kind of undeniable to them that they should be so honored. That's beautiful. If children don't apply, this is that they are starting to come into life purpose, and something you've said, some ideas you've had, something you've mentioned, directly or indirectly, they're starting to say, oh my gosh, how did my feminine prophesy, channel that, know that? They're starting to see potentials that you whispered in the past become front row and center as something that they now believe is possible, is what I'm hearing. What can we see for the energetic card, coherence? The frequency of coherence supports our ability to harmonize the frequency of the heart with the frequency of the mind for an optimal ability to create the reality we desire. This is also masculine and feminine coming together and working together, becoming one. I'm hearing Friday the 13th has something of significance. Take that as a sign if that resonates. There's something that is coherent, that is merging. So if that's pregnancy, children, fertility, or if that is passion projects and innovation that has been spoken about, the masculines are understanding that there is an optimal reality that is possible with the two here. There is someone else in the reverse. So third party situations, flat out, those are done. Those are over. They're being confirmed as not even being able to hold a candle to this connection. What are the feminines experiencing on the womb chakra, the fertility chakra, this sacred sexual chakra? Nine of Cups is deep, deep, deep. I heard cellular, primordial knowing that their masculine is the one for them. It's almost like an aching in the womb. I had an experience today where there was this deep, deep, deep physical, not even emotional or mental, but physical desiring, my physical body wanting my masculine. And I felt it from the womb level. It's just absolutely amazing. This is the deep cellular physical. So we've gone through the energetic, the emotional, the mental, and now the body feeling the pull to each other. What is the energetic card for the feminines? We've got the two, adenine and thiamine, duality, contrast, trust, and balance. So yes, there is a duality, there is a contrast, and we're to trust that, and we're to continue to balance out because it's also an illusion. What is external is internal to us. This is the hieros gamos, this is the abundance, this is the sacred wholeness coming in. So feminines, yes, this is, if you're feeling that deep physical sensations of the connection, this is a physical sign for you that it's balancing out, that there's a preparation, a physical merge happening. Abundant life, the Empress again. So yeah, as within, so without, as within the connection, so here, this is what the feminines would say to the masculines. They know that they have become the Empress. They know they are your worthy match. They know that there is no more sacred partnering than the two. There is no better match. In that sense, it is divine. They know they are your Empress. They know. What is the root chakra? Oh, the only non-major arcana, the Seven of Candles. So in the root chakra, this is a card of bravery. This is a card of perseverance. This one says, a victory that needs defending or upholding. Once more with feeling. You want to prove yourself to someone. So both want to now get their chance to shine, to connect, to prove themselves to their counterpart, to connect with their counterpart, to bravely go forward towards each other and not have any other opinions, circumstances interfere anymore. It's time to step into the getting to know each other on a deeper level, is what I'm hearing. How are the masculines experiencing this? Oh, the Empress. It's been daunting, I just heard, preparing for council with the Empress, but the gladiators are waging that karmic war and winning and preparing to come forward as the fairest in the land. because they know that you have inspired them to become their best. You, Divine Feminine. So if you haven't heard from your masculine, if there's been spaciousness in your connection, you have been this Empress in their minds and hearts, and they have been preparing for this. What is the energetic card? Realization. They've been making it real. They've been embodying it, downloading it, cultivating the ideal as far as they deem this Empress to be worthy of. Realization supports the internal process of becoming aware of our heart-centered truth, as well as the external process of becoming our highest expression in the world. What did I just say? All for you, because you love them. Because you love them, Empress, they have become this noble counterpart energy. They have been realizing their full potential because of you. Words do hurt in the reverse. They never want to say or do the wrong thing. They want to show you. They don't want to tell you, they want to show you. They want to show you what you're worth by being who they are worth being. Oh, I'm in a swirl of energy. This is some pretty dope energy to handle and channel, everyone. These masculines love you, Empresses. And look at that, we got the Empresses knowing that they are Empresses twice, and then the masculines coming in not a moment late after that recognition. What are the feminines proving here? Four of Pentacles, opening your hearts, feminines. This is the letting go of scarcity and believing. What is the energetic card? Seal of evolutionary colors, progressive awareness. Yeah, believing, multi-directional change. So you've become this Empress. You know your worth, and now your masculine has been preparing all along, but also ready to step in and show you your worth. What would the feminine say? Willing to wait for it. Yeah, worth the wait. All the things we could hear about that, I'm hearing. Okay, everybody, that was awesome. Let's get one last card to leave. What can we see here? Oh, that's a whole guidebook. What is it we can see for the counterparts that have watched this Spine of Fire chakra reading? Electricity, wildness. Get ready for the sparks to fly. Holy, holy, holy. Bye for now, everyone.